What's up, everyone? Sorry I haven't been able to get around to posting the video. I was doing a lot with my finals that last week in welding, and then I had spring break and I just got caught up in doing a bunch of other things. Should be able to start making more content here now that I'm back in welding, and I'll be able to start recording myself more. But in this video, I'll be doing a bunch of flat welds. This right here is a flat lap weld. The next one is a flat lap weld as well. And then it is a flat butt weld. And then another flat butt weld, a flat corner joint, and then last but not least, a flat T. This weld came out a little cleaner than the next one, but both of them I would get a passing grade for. I would still practice a little bit more, but right now I have to move on to the next electrode, which we're doing, which is 7018. All of this, by the way, is 6010. So, as you can tell, this is the second flat lap weld. At the beginning, you'll be able to see that the electrode gets stuck because I was touching the metal and holding it there too long. And then towards the end, I feel like is where I kind of lost it. I don't know why necessarily. The weld doesn't look as clean as I wanted it to and as uniform. It kind of just looks like it flattened out, which I think right there I was moving a little bit too fast, so I didn't let the electrode melt enough and put in enough filler rods, so it didn't create the nice bead I was going for. It created the kind of bead look, but it was flatter than I wanted, so I didn't get as much metal as I wanted, and I didn't get the penetration that I wanted from the rod. It looks alright, but yeah, the back kind of just looks a little iffy. This is the flat butt weld. One of the pieces of metal was slightly warped. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it was because of the shear or what in class, but one was slightly warped, so at the top it was a little bit off, and I was kind of welding, trying to step up to the next piece of metal and still make it look good, which in the end you'll notice that it doesn't look that great and it kind of looks a little bit slanted. Other than that, I kept the weld going pretty straight down the crack, making sure that it had good penetration, and I was filling the crack really well. And then other than that, I can't complain about how it looked, but you can tell that the second butt weld definitely looks a lot better and is a lot cleaner and more even throughout the whole weld rather than just towards the end. Like I said, you can see right there at the beginning where it was kind of slanted, and then at the end it got a lot better where it was more uniform, but can't complain. It's all practice and just getting better and learning how to kind of work around little obstacles like that. This one I decided to go across rather than pull down towards myself, and it helped me out in my opinion. This is how I'm used to doing it. I just wanted to try going down and see how that worked because I was also kind of getting used to vertical at that point where I would actually go down the metal. So I decided I wanted to try pulling it towards myself, and well, I guess I was better at what I practiced at the beginning, and just going across made it look a lot cleaner and more even, uniform. So like I said, this is 6010, and with 6010, it's a really fast cooling puddle. So you use a whipping motion, which is how you get the stacking dimes look on it. The next couple videos that I put out are going to be 7018, and with the 7018 rod you use a completely different type of technique. I still haven't really learned all the ways of doing it, but I'll get into that more when I actually start recording it and I'm able to show you guys what it looks like and not just talk about it. Right now this is a flat outside corner joint, and it came out pretty well in my opinion. I have done better, but I'm definitely happy with this. I still need to keep practicing with 60-10, but right now I have to stick with 70-18 and I'm not allowed to go back to the 60-10. But as soon as I'm able to or I have some free time, I'm probably going to start playing around with those electrodes. So as you can see, I use my vice grips to clamp my metal down before I use my wire wheel to clean everything up. I made the mistake of not doing that one of the first couple days in class, and it shot the metal off of the table into the wall. Not gonna lie, it was pretty damn funny, but at the same time it was pretty dangerous, so always clamp metal down if you're gonna grind it or wire wheel it or use anything that moves really fast and you're gonna touch something with it. Always make sure to clamp it down and make sure that it's secure. So this one, I already had the lap weld, so I decided to just take that and weld a T with that. So you'll notice both welds are going to be on there, but the one that we're going to be focusing on is at the bottom where the vertical piece of metal meets the horizontal piece of metal. This one came out okay. It wasn't that great, but it wasn't that bad necessarily either. Like, obviously, it wasn't the worst that I've done, but it's not nearly as good as I've gotten before. I'm going to start taking pictures when I get a really good one just so I can throw the pictures in, even if I don't have the actual welding that I've done, like, recorded. I'll still be able to show you guys what I'm happy with. Also, you see that I contradicted myself right there by not clamping it down. I also knew that the metal was heavy enough that it wasn't going to just fly across my welding booth. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get another video up as soon as I can.